Hello. We are very excited to learn that you would like to become part of the UW-Madison family. This short video is designed to help you with your one letter of recommendation that is required on the Common Application for UW-Madison online students. First, we will give you direction on who to ask to write a letter of recommendation. We will then go over how to ask for a letter of recommendation. Next, we will then cover where on the application to identify your recommender. We will then end with how to thank your recommender and a brief summary. The person you want to ask to write your letter of recommendation should be someone who can speak to your ability to be successful at UW-Madison online. For instance, someone that can speak to your ability to work hard, overcome obstacles, your leadership skills, success at a job, qualities that make up an ideal badger. It would be best to ask someone who knows you academically. This would be a former instructor, faculty member, teacher, or advisor. However, if you haven't been in school for a while, we understand that you may not have an academic relationship with someone. Therefore, it is perfectly fine to ask your employer or supervisor if they are willing to write you a letter, or even someone that has witnessed your success through a volunteer opportunity or other experience. Whoever you ask, it is important that they speak to your ability to be successful at UW-Madison online. Now that you've decided who you would like to ask, it is time to make a phone call to them and to follow up that phone conversation with an email to them. In your conversation, it is nice to include why you are asking them. For instance, do you consider them a mentor? Have they witnessed you being successful? Do they know how hard you work during a class or semester? Also, let them know that in your follow-up email, you are going to include a current copy of your resume for their reference. Don't forget to include all of your contact information in the email, including your cell phone number or another way they can reach you besides email. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to have all the information they need to write a good letter of recommendation. Now, you may be wondering, where do they send that letter of recommendation? Great question. We are going to cover that next. Once your recommender has confirmed that they will write you a letter, you will then want to log on to the Common Application and click on the Program Materials tile. Then select the gray bar that states the program and the term you are applying to start. As a reminder, there are currently 3 programs in the UW-Madison online portfolio. The programs come from the Wisconsin School of Business and are Management, Human Resources, and Marketing. After you have made your selection, proceed and click on Recommendations. You will then be at the screen where you enter in your recommender's information. For the due date, please enter a date at least 2 weeks before the application deadline, so that it gives your recommender plenty of time to write your letter. Once you have entered in all the necessary information, along with the permissions and waiver statements, you will then click on Save this recommendation request button. If for some reason you are having technical difficulties with this section, please advise your recommender that they can submit their letter of recommendation directly to the Office of Admissions at onwisconsin@admissions.wis.edu. Also, let your enrollment coach know if you have difficulties on this section or any of the sections of the application. We are more than happy to help. Next, once they've submitted your letter, it is very important for you to write them a thank you note. I suggest you go old school with this one and send them a handwritten thank you card. It isn't easy to write a letter of recommendation, and you want to make sure to thank them for their time and effort. If a thank you card isn't a possibility, then it is okay to send them a thank you email. Then, once you've received your admissions decision, follow up with them again to let them know the result and thank them again for their part in helping you reach your goals. As always, please reach out to us with your questions about our UW-Madison online programs or the application process. Thank you so much for your time. On Wisconsin!